Now recognizes the gentlelady from Virginia's 4th District for 5 minutes for questions.
Thank you, Chairman Latta and Ranking Member Castor, for this very important hearing today, and I want to thank the FERC commissioners for being here. As others on the committee have noted, one of FERC's primary roles is to ensure that electricity rates are just and reasonable. And that mission and the work of FERC is more important than ever as we confront the surge in electricity prices that threaten the financial stability and security of millions of Americans. Last year, electricity prices increased by 13%, far outpacing a year-over-year inflation rate of 2.7% and wage growth of approximately 3.8%. In other words, power costs are rising faster than both paycheck and the price of other everyday necessities, placing an increasing strain on American households. As FERC continues to address energy efficiency, we must ensure that the projects approved by the Commission benefit all ratepayers without placing undue harm on historically disadvantaged communities who have for too long bared the brunt of the impact of energy projects. Chairman Sweat, in your opening, you said that you want all Americans to prosper. And one of the contributing factors to whether people prosper is public health and the impact that their community and their environment has on their health. So while it is important to expedite the interconnection of new energy sources to the grid, we need to do so in a way that balances that fact and doesn't place further burden on communities that have historically faced the brunt of pollution and negative health outcomes from reliance on fossil fuels. FERC finally stood up its Office of Public Participation nearly 5 years ago, decades after a statutory mandate to do so. How does OPP ensure that disadvantaged communities and tribes have an opportunity to ensure that the Commission takes their need and legacies of pollution into account?
Thank you for the question, and I appreciate your service as a born and raised Virginian who still lives there. FERC has a statutory mandate under the Administrative Procedure Act to meaningfully consider any comments that we receive when we are engaging in certain actions, and that very much includes the comments of the tribes and any disadvantaged communities who participate in our dockets. And when we receive those, our staff pores over them to ensure that we meaningfully look at them and engage whenever possible. We also have pre-filing options for many of our larger energy projects where staff reaches out, and OPP does play a role in that, in educating the communities and also helping them understand how they participate in FERC dockets if they would like to.
Well, and I'm glad to hear about the outreach because I was also a regulatory lawyer for 20 years, and I can tell you that the energy companies and they have high-powered lawyers that make sure they know when to comment, but average citizens who have a project built in their backyard often don't find out about it until it's way too late. And I represent many of those communities who, particularly Charles City County, which is a locality that is overly burdened by energy projects. And usually by the time the community finds out about it, it's too late for them to have any meaningful comment or influence on the siting of that project. And we've seen an impact on their health outcomes. They have some of the lowest health outcomes in the Commonwealth. And we've seen an impact on cultural sites and historic sites. And I think even the companies in Virginia have recognized that it is far better for them to get that community engagement up front. And so any efforts that FERC can take to ensure that community input happens on the front end and not so far down the path that it's too late to have an impact is better for FERC, it is better for the company trying to build that plant, and it is much better for the community that has to share the burden of that plant. And so with that, I'll have to submit the rest of my questions for the record, but I thank you for your answer.
Thank you.
Yield back.
Thank you very much. The gentlelady yields back the balance of her time.